So MT09, supercharged by us a few years back, brand new bike, 2015 bike, brand new bike. It's going to be up for sale very shortly. A little bit of fine tuning at the bottom end, and she's going to be a missile on the street. Really, really fun bike to ride. It'll be great, I think. So if you want to buy it, it's going to be a bargain.
Like MotoGP speed. Doing a wheelie at 140 mile an hour. That is so fast, isn't it?
So we haven't had much to shout about in the last couple of weeks, mainly because I lost my voice amongst other things. I'm feeling generally shit and under the weather. I had to have a week out and try and recover, but business has got to go on, so I've been struggling away this week. But my boys have been doing well. Raymond's Jixers, engines back in the chassis, Carrillo rods, JE pistons, Kinetic head gasket, heavy duty head studs, Supercharger going on next week. We've got some bits that are going to be custom made, so it won't be a quick build because we're waiting for a couple of intercooler cores to come along. And then we can make a really nice job of this and get it on the dyno. So she's going to be a rare beast and going to be somewhat lively. Oh, that's well underway. And got Jerry's engine back together, 117, Screaming Eagle cam, 68mm throttle body. We had to make some changes to the engine mounting bracket. Harley say that the 68mm throttle body on inlet manifold doesn't fit this model, but it does. All you have to do is drill a hole in the top head steady mount to make clearance for the fuel line. So that's in. His crash bars have totally destroyed my shins this week. They're not my flavour of the month, I'll tell you that. And then he's bought what must be the biggest, baddest, loudest motherfucker stainless Burns exhaust from the US. It cost him a fortune, but man, it's a work of art. Look at the size of those headers. This isn't a heat shield, this is the actual header. Look at the size of that. It steps up from there to there, steps up again here. These pipes are humongous. And look at this megaphone tail section, and you just about get your hand inside the pipe. Look at that, it's a monster. There's going to be no exhaust restriction in this baby. So all that's left to do is for us to fit the Supercharger kit. But we thought we'd build it as is first, get some miles on it, bed all the bores in, make sure she's running sweet and there's no oil leaks, etc. Get it all bedded in, get the piston sealing, because these babies need the piston sealing before we put any power through them, because they're monstrous bores. You know, even a 117 is like 4¼ inch bore. What's that? 107, 108mm bore. The big buckets going up and down there. 2-litre motor, best part of. So, yeah, nice big throttle body. 68mm throttle body, that lets them air through. And it's a Screaming Eagle part, so it is a good quality part. Gives you some confidence that you're not going to have any problems with it. So that's coming together really well. And then we've got Kurt's Gen 2 booster. Sold the kit to him way over a year ago now. And he had it fitted and the engine work done by a company local to him because he's Austrian. And he had it, I think he had it built in Germany. Anyway, they built it, they mapped it, and he's torqued pistons twice on it, and he says he hasn't leaned on it particularly hard. So he says, could we fix the engine properly and map it properly for him? So that's where we are with this. So it's just engines coming out to see what damage is done. There's water in the oil, so you know, head gasket at least has gone. Let's hope there's no serious damage in there. It'd be a shame if we've got to change cylinder blocks, and for sure we're going to change pistons, but cylinder blocks are £1,000 a time. So it'd be nice not to be able to go to that expense. But he says fix it, so we're going to fix it. So that's a pretty good job for us to do. We know these bikes inside out, and we're getting there. We're getting there. Meant to be out racing this weekend with my Super Booster. But my Super Booster, although it's fine, I'm not, and I'm way too worn out to spend a weekend racing this baby. I need to put my feet up and recover some, because I am somewhat knackered. Got a decent seat at last. Got a nice decent seat, courtesy of Brock's. Didn't get it direct, got it from some guy who needed to get rid of it for some reason, not sure why. But yeah, it'll suit me, nice and comfortable, and finishes the job. We had this cut down seat before, which was pretty shitty looking. Hey ho. Billy's, the air intake, like I said, the air intake was cracked. So we were going to weld it up and get it really powder coated, but when we look closely at it, there's so many fatigue cracks in the air intake that we've decided that we'll make him a complete new one, complete new snail impeller housing for the Supercharger, and get it back together. This guy deserves the best, and hopefully we'll be able to give him that eventually. He's been very patient with us, but I'm doing him a real good deal. It's a labour of love, this one. It's not about making any money anymore. So we're getting there with that. Jigsaw 14, this baby, we've just had the right side of the engine scanned so that we get dimensionally, get everything spot on for putting the Supercharger conversion on. So all this side is all bare at the moment, where we've scanned all the hole positions relative to the crank, so we can get a nice precision CNC part made and get the Supercharger sat just here. Once we get the CAD done, this will come together pretty quick, but it's just manpower at the moment. Got a new guy starting. Thought he was going to be starting 1st of April, but he's starting 1st of May. He's got to work 3 months' notice. I got it wrong. I thought that he'd already worked a month when we were talking last. So unfortunately, although he promises me that he won't let me down, he will be here 1st of May. This baby is coming. He bought a TTS Supercharger parts that were on a jigsaw in a car. So he's given me a load of parts and said, can I put this Supercharger, TTS Supercharger kit on his bike? So that's the project. That's what we've got to do. We are a little way away from getting into this one yet. R1, all done and dusted. Just waiting for it to be picked up on Tuesday. I'd be glad to see the back of this. It's had a bit of a checkered history now. It's getting old and long in the teeth, a bit dog-eared, and it needs a bit of TLC. But it's running well. Went out for a ride on it the other day, and it was performing real well. Makes 200 brake still, 100 foot-pound of torque. So it rolls on really nice. Really good bike, but it needs a little bit of TLC, like I say. We're on S2000, so we're closer on this. The S2000, the bracket should be with us tomorrow for the Supercharger. As soon as we get the opportunity, we'll have the Supercharger on it, get it on the dyno, and watch this space, because we've got some real good ideas for doing some back-to-back between stock S2000 and this S2000. Some roll-ons, some quarter miles. We've got the pre-rad here, got the water pump. All this is just hanging there at the moment, but it's not far off being put in permanently. Got the charge cooler inside. We've got really, really big charge cooler. Only just goes in. It's nearly 4 inches thick. It should do a really good job of cooling the charge. And the pipe work from the supercharger to the charge cooler and from the charge cooler to the engine is super, super short. And that means that there's going to be minimum pressure drop. I've got big hopes for this kit. I think it will really perform very well, especially with the C1394P supercharger. We should get somewhere, I think we should get somewhere near £20 a boost, same as we do on the Hayabusa. So they'll be interested to see how well she goes. Can't wait. I really want to have fun this summer in this bike, this car. So, Rocket 3, Jay's Rocket 3. Just got some little Botman gremlins that I'm trying to sort out. We're going to check the belt. We've also just had engine management light come on for injector faults. And this could be something that's been playing us up. And it's only just come to light with the engine management diagnostics. And it actually says that injectors 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 secondary injectors faults, they obviously work, but are they causing an issue that I've been struggling with for a week or two now? So we may change the injectors and see if it improves things. So watch this space. I've got 4 of these babies to do, and I've got 4 or 5 of them to be shipped out in the next week or so. So yeah, there's been 9 more of these sold, and we're desperately getting the parts together and get them out the door. So a lot of very powerful Rocket 3s coming out on the streets across the whole world. America, Netherlands, Australia, Scandinavia, and the UK. I mean, all for what we're doing here, all for UK. So, you know, and this, as you've seen on YouTube, there's a few guys out there really having a lot of fun with them. And, you know, this baby, we've already done 176 mile an hour on this bike. It really storms. But like I say, we've got an issue at the bottom end. We're trying to get to the bottom of it. And I think it may be something to do with the injectors. If so, we'll have found it and the customer can have it back. So there you go. We've got Mike's 1999 Gen 1 booster on the dyno. Engine's totally rebuilt, new shells, lots and lots of new parts in the engine, try and keep it together for him. And he's one of the guys who was very lucky because he's got one of the original titanium, full titanium crossfitch pipes. These are rare as rocking horse manure. Such a really good pipe. And so really good pipe, should give some really good power. So going to spend a couple of hours bedding the engine in before we fine tune it. He's got a Power Commander 6 on it, which I'm a bit pissed off with because I thought we got a 5. I've got to download all the software and get the frigging thing working. Another thing to get my head round. Power Commander 6s are just that bit naff in my mind. I don't like them. The 5 was so easy to work with. And these are just a bit more of a ball ache. So, Mike, we'll have it ready for you very, very soon. I know it's he's actually running pretty well. So, yeah, she sounds sweet, and I'm sure she'll give Mike some long service. He was well in need of a bit of TLC when it came to us. And there we go. We will get something out the door eventually, sir. And there we go, that's the way it is, isn't it? If it was easy, everybody would be doing it, wouldn't they? So a little project underway. You'll have to guess what it's going to be when it's fully finished. It's a pretty damn trick, I'll tell you that for nothing. Watch this space.